E siamo con Pascoe e Sabido del Corporate Europe Observatory, un lavoro di osservazione costante e puntuale sul potere delle corporation, delle multinazionali, soprattutto sulle decisioni europee. Con lui un'occasione per parlare di cambiare il sistema e non il clima.
Pascoe, benvenuto. Siamo alle porte di un appuntamento importante che è quello di Parigi, la 21esima COP sul clima che si terrà alla fine dell'anno nella capitale francese. Perché è importante e in questo momento ancor più mettere al centro dell'agenda politica e sociale il tema dei cambiamenti climatici?
So climate change, which is literally turning our world upside down in terms of all the natural systems that we rely on, from rainfall to how our seas circulate, to how animals grow up and live, is one of the most serious problems we are facing. But climate change, which you can see as weather extreme events, fires, droughts, huge storms, these sorts of things, is not just a natural phenomenon that's getting worse, we're seeing it's worse. It has roots in the very systems of production and consumption that humans have created themselves. Its very roots in capitalism, neoliberalism, in our economy. So what we're seeing now with climate change getting worse and worse is because you could say globally, but more specifically, the richest 1%, the richest countries in the world are refusing to change their economies, refusing to change the way they produce and consume, because it's going to lose them too much money, unfortunately. And this is because the entire world, the UN system, so the United Nations, which are supposed to be overseeing how we tackle climate change, which is why we're coming to Paris in December this year to try and tackle climate change. Unfortunately, both the United Nations and our governments who are within the United Nations are more interested in listening to big business, who are putting their profits before people, than they are to the real people on the ground who are trying to change the way we produce energy, move away from fossil fuels, the way we produce food, moving away from GMOs and monocultures to more sustainable, people-centered solutions. But whilst our governments are not going to listen, it's how we as people can make them listen. And not just make them listen, but actually show that we have solutions and we don't need them, and we don't need high-level agreements based on corporate interests.